My name is Zach, and today I want to share with you step by step exactly how to create an email like this that you see on your screen completely from scratch. So in Figma, this is what we're using is Figma. We want to hit F on our keyboard. We're going to create a new frame. And this is going to be 600 pixels wide, not that tall. That is way too tall. We want it something like this, about 4,000 tall at least. So what we're going to do here is first, we're going to go and we're just going to simply add in the logo. So let's go ahead and add that. And then we're going to add a hero image like this. We'll center it just like that. Make sure it's actually within our frame. And in the background, we want this color to match. So let's go ahead and create a nice rectangle, hit I on our keyboard to change that color. And let's send this to the front so that we can essentially use this hero image and this picture of a dog at the top. Now we're just going to simply add in a bit of nice typography. Your busy day just got easier. And we want to make sure we can actually see that logo. So let's make sure to send that to the back. And let's give ourselves a little bit of breathing room at the moment. Should be good to go right there. Okay, we're adding a little bit more of the copy. And the way that we're doing this is we want to bold what's most important, which is the 10% off your first subscription order. Now let's go ahead and add in the button right down below this. So we're creating it about this size. And let's go ahead and make that kind of a nice red color to match the brand. Give it a little bit of shape. And I'll go ahead and center that later. We're also going to add in the code, use code WOOF10. And you can see here we have nice typography. We're making WOOF10 and 10% off. Two most important things. Making those big. We're also changing around the colors and making things really nice and easy to read. Okay, now get my perfect lawn for 10% off. I'm gonna center those guys, create a group here. And now with this typography, we can select 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can distribute vertically, and then we can center these guys right within our frame. And that's generally what we like to do there. Okay, now this little blurb here is messed up. So we're gonna take our pen tool, hit Control P. I'm gonna draw in some sort of shape that matches like that. Okay, I know my thing is really big. Trust me, I understand. We're gonna make it a little bit smaller. Let's go ahead just like that. And we don't want these corners rounded at all for right now. Okay, and we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna make it like 1 right there. Okay, we're creating this shape so that it matches, and then we want this one rounded, this one rounded, this one rounded, this one rounded. So we'll create something like that. We'll get rid of the stroke, we'll hit them with the fill, and we'll make it more of a pinkish color so that it blends with the background. So if we want to, we can maneuver this guy right there, make sure that is perfectly centered and confirm that there's a bit of an overlap. Okay, need a little bit more roundedness. So let's select this, select this, select this, select this. Let's give it a little bit more shape. Looks like a dinosaur. Either way though, not a big deal. We're gonna be moving this guy up. I'm gonna put that kind of in front. Now we're gonna add in a little arrow to keep the eyes moving along. And then we'll take this guy, put him up here in the corner to make things fun and add a little pizzazz into the email. We'll maybe do something like that. Cool. Now, again, we're going to add what I like to call pizzazz right there with some paw prints. Just some vectors that we found online. Oh, gosh, we messed up those paw prints. Come on, just like that. And there we are. There's our hero header. We're good to go. Okay, now we're gonna add in this little guy right down there, another image. We're gonna also add in some copy, but we'll save that for a second from now. We're also going to add this copy right down there. But next up, we wanna create a section that kind of looks like this. So we need to create these just interesting little background pieces. So I'm gonna take a screenshot and use that as our reference. Okay, so how I would create this, create a little line, or I'd use my pen tool, and let's follow this right there. Can select V, and these two right there, we can give them a little bit of a shape. And now is where we can come in here. Again, we can select these two and just give them a little bit more. And you can see here, we're giving them a little bit more a little bit more shape, a little bit more curve, just a little bit more of that, more of that. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. We'll create this just like that, and then we're going to create this just like that, and we're going to center these two, and then we're going to move them up just like that, and then let's make them even wider so that, again, it's a nice little wave in the background. And if we even want to change things up just slightly, we can do that, and then put this guy up top, and then we're going to pull this guy down like that, at least to here, and this one is going to be a new color, so it's going to be a little bit more pink, and there we are. There's kind of our wave transition. We could also even create one above here, which is a little bit more color matched, so that we have a nice little kind of transition between each of these. And there we are. So something like that is what you can do. Welcome to the party. Okay, we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna move this little dog up a little bit more. We're gonna add in some more paw prints, but let's go and make these guys different color. So we're gonna add these guys right there, these guys right there, and then right here we'll make sure these guys are centered, and there we are. There's that next step. I don't know why our arrow up here got messed up, but it did. Okay, we're moving on. Now we just need to add a little bit more pizzazz. So we're going to come down here, we're going to make this guy, we're going to make this next section here. So this is what we're going for. So we're going to create this guy right there. Going to give him a little bit more interesting colors. Take this guy right there, expand it up a little bit, and we'll do something like this. Maybe just put him barely in there. And there we are. Okay, now we just need to create this transition. What I like to do is just do something like this, and then this is a big transition, but we're gonna create some waves like this. Okay, awesome. And again, these are way too big, but we'll make sure at least that these connect like such. Gonna get rid of that, get the fill in there, get this in there, make sure that this there is color matched, and we can just play around with it and have fun. Make sure, again, that's color matched. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how that looks. Sweet. Okay. And then we want to make sure this is actually within our frame. So put it actually within there. Stretch this guy out a little bit. There we are. Okay. Looks about right. This guy's pretty high up. Sweet. Okay. Good to go there. Put this guy on top. Let's do this. Let's take this, just move it way down, make sure that's like that. And there we are. Okay, we're moving quite along here. Getting some nice copy right into there. And we're gonna take this guy and just put him on this side, just like that. Playing around with these. There we are. Okay, I'm gonna add some more copy. Boom, boom, boom. All we're doing is just left aligning, making sure that these guys, nope. That entire group, come on, make sure these guys are centered. And then we're just grabbing icons off the website. So these, didn't even have to make these. The brand already had these nice things, these nice little illustrations going. So if we can leverage them, we 100% will. Okay, so we got that going, and then we're just guiding people along here. We're adding some icons. Flip that guy horizontal, do something like that, making sure things are pretty nicely spaced, which these are not. We're going to move this up a little bit. So just think about how you would read. You want this part right here to be a little bit separated. Also, I don't like this corner very much. I want that to be a little bit more smooth. I want these guys to be a little bit more smooth. We're actually just going to do this. I'm going to give it a little bit more smoothing. Awesome. Okay, I like that a little bit better. All right, so we got that. Oops. Now we're going to take this button down here, center it, and choose subscription is the CTA. We're also going to continue along with adding some more pizzazz with some paw prints, of course. All right, now we just got to do the footer. So we'll simply just put this image in there. We'll see how it goes. This is what the image that we got off the website looks like. We'll make our frame a little bit taller. Let's do that. Now, if you extend this frame and everything's moving, all you got to do is you got to go into here. You got to select everything that's within your frame, and you got to make sure it's left top. That way, these little icons, you can move your frame like this and things won't move around. Pro tip. Okay, so we're going to add this guy into there like that. make sure it's actually within the frame. Great. Move this up, make sure it's spaced nicely. And we're gonna make a rectangle that's like this so that we can put our footer text. And I'll show you how to make that transition in a second. But first, let's just add our logo and our text just like that. We have a little icon like this, and then grab our pen tool, and if we want this fun little transition, let's just make the little Nike sign just like that. Let's see how that goes. Add a little bit of a stroke just like that, and let's go ahead and make that like that, and we'll make that a little Nike sign. Okay, awesome. Come on, let me move the full thing. Nope, I need to select it like that. Okay, so we have this like that, and then this one right here is gonna be like this, and if we line these two up, this one is going to be like that, and we're going to send this to the back. But then this right here needs to be overlapped. We're just going to delete this part. There we are. And this part right here is going to be more like that. And then what we can do is basically create this into a shape right here. So we're going to take this guy right there, create it into a shape that has a fill instead of just a line. There we are. Take that guy right there. There's our shape. You can see somewhat matches, and just extend this guy up a little bit, and we can use the fact that we can use this like such. Go into there, create this little green thing. Now I want this to be like that, and it's gonna pretty much be like this. Could be a little bit better, but you get the point. You could also just go into here and add a little bit of a line if you want to, so that it perfectly curves. That was smoother than I thought. All right, move these guys up, boom, just like that. And there we are. There's our one-to-one email redesign creation. Awesome, there we are. Got a nice body section. Could clean it up a little bit. In general though, that's how we create a 10 out of 10 beautiful email design for a pet brand. All right, at this point, you have two options. You can either try to do this entire process yourself and with your current team, or you can just outsource it to experts. If that's the case, go to zhs-ecom.com. That's zhsecom.com. Speak with myself. We will hook you up. We'll get you everything you need related to email templates like these, or we can even run your entire email marketing and help you add 10 to 35% minimum to your monthly revenue by sending emails that are 100% custom, just like this. So looking forward to speaking on that call.